They just don't understand, you know, hey, wait just a second, mommy will be right there. They don't get that. So we get to the end of the day and we just kind of go,
That's where we're at right now.
Louisiana today. We've had an awesome time with our friends in Houston.
We really did, yeah.
We did. Yeah. We had a great time. It's been almost 3 weeks. But
2 3/4 miles. Take exit 60B on the right to Sam Houston Tollway West.
Tollway.
I'm not gonna. I know I gotta get on 610. I'm just not gonna get on.
Are you sure that you can still do that? Okay. So yeah, we were with the Baumans and the Molinas and the Baumans.
And the DeVos for a while.
And the DeVos for a while, yes. The DeVos headed out early, about a week ago, to what's it called? Medina Lake?
Medina Lake, yeah.
Medina Lake, Thousand Trails, and that's where the Baumans are headed today. And we are headed...
The Molinas are headed there too.
The Molinas will be going there. Right. And we are headed to, in the other direction, to Florida. So today we're headed to Louisiana. We're going to stay at a welcome center overnight. That's kind of between here and New Orleans, in hopes that we will make it into New Orleans tomorrow and just kind of explore the city a little bit. Because we love music and it's like the jazz capital of the whole world, really.
I want to meet Harry Connick.
Trent wants to meet Harry Connick. I don't think he's there. He's in, where is he now? Filming his, he's filmed his own show. I don't think he lives in Louisiana anymore. Anyways, so yeah, so that's the plan, is tomorrow to go to New Orleans and check out the city. And this is really bad traffic right now, so we're just trying to be really careful. The weather is really crummy today. We got up and had to get everything ready on the rig, and it's like 33 degrees, and so rain is falling, but like on metal things like our rigs and things like that, it's freezing. And so we've got icicles hanging off everything, and it's just slick outside.
Thankfully, we got everything like packed up from the outside, like before the rain started, or it had just started falling, and I got everything packed up inside already, which was good.
But then the lights weren't working on the trailer.
Oh. So it's like hailing out, and I got the rig to go. We had to put this trailer out on the storage lot, and so I haven't seen it for 3 weeks. I picked it up and I had to fix the lights, which I guess is kind of part of the territory, but it kind of sucks because it's so cold out right now. Anyways, got a temporary fix on it right now. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of roll with the punches a little bit in this lifestyle. Things happen and you just are like, okay, well, I guess I have to get out in 30-degree temperature and freeze my fingers off and fix something. I can't drive down the highway without lights.
Yeah, so Trent sat out in the cold. It actually says it feels like 23, right? So it actually does. It's 33, but it feels like 23. So he sat out in that, and it was wet and just yucky, and was, you know, working on little wires with his half-frozen fingers, and wasn't fun. It hasn't been a fun morning for him.
Yeah.
I've been fine because I'm inside where it's warm. But so we're glad to be headed out though, right?
Yeah, totally. And at the same time, like I think like something like this would have like put me in a whole lot better, or put me in a whole lot worse of a mood like a year ago when we first got this journey started. Like, you know, to kind of get everything ready to go. Because basically, here's what happened: is we had to store our dolly in a separate area of the campground. And so I don't see it for like 3 weeks. And then I go to get it and I put the car on and I'm like, oh, I have no tail lights on the rig, on the dolly, which, you know, I can't drive down the highway without tail lights. But again, like, having been on this journey for about a year now, like, you just kind of roll with it and these things happen and you learn how to fix them, and it's not gonna break my day.
Continue
you know?
on 45.
The weather's gross and stuff, but it's just, you know, we're inside our comfy home. We're just driving down the road.
Babies are all buckled up in their seats, and the boys are doing school at the dining table, and I am doing work on the computer, and the cat is being her usual lazy self. Oh yes,
Oh, yes.
Just like that. That was perfect timing. She's like, ah, the RV life. So, yeah, we're just headed out. Hopefully it will be a very uneventful road trip as far as issues or anything like that goes. Issues do come up. You're
We already
living
had our
in
issue.
Yeah, we already had our
It's already
issue.
done. We don't need any more.
It's done. Can't wait to see our friends in Florida. We've missed them a lot. And we have a lot of ministry appointments in Florida too, which we're super excited about. Because just over the holidays, we haven't been doing a whole lot at all. So it'll be really nice to get back into that, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So we made it to Wal-mart.
We did, which is not where we were supposed to make it to.
Siobhán's commenting on all of your comments.
I'm reading comments.
Yeah.
So far, they're nice ones, but I know
Yeah.
I know the nasty ones are in there. Just haven't gotten to them yet.
That's okay. So today, just kind of gave you a round off of today. Was just it's a good day. I mean, you know, we kind of, like I said earlier, we kind of roll with the punches a little bit, but just kept getting a little more and more stressful. I think these things happen, but we're in the we're like right on the, you know, on the Gulf of Mexico. We just passed
In Louisiana.
we just passed Beaumont and Lake Charles.
Lake Charles, we're almost to Lafayette.
We're at a Walmart outside the Lafayette. We're gonna park here tonight and sleep next to this semi truck that's louder than anything.
I don't know.
Like,
I think
my parents snoring in the next room or something.
I think the wind is louder than the semi truck at this point.
Oh yeah. So then that's the stress. The stress of, you know, not fixing the lights. You know, that's fine. The lights worked. They're fine. Temporary. I'll have to fix that. But the stress of like the white knuckle driving in high winds, you know, an RV of this profile, it's, you know, 15 mile an hour winds with gusts of 25 miles an hour. It's not like driving in a car, you know. It's like you really catch it and you're like, you know, you have to. And then, you know, with the car on the back, it's closer to like, you know, we're closer to 60 feet long.
Yeah, and we also hit some like kind of sprinkly rain there towards the end. I think that's what really made us decide to pull off for the night.
Yeah.
Is it was like raining and we started to see the road looking glassy, and we've done that. We did that in Michigan last year, with the
smart.
surprise black ice, and
Yeah,
it's so
feared
dangerous.
for my life, and so memories like that come back.
Yeah,
and
so we're just like, let's just be done.
I just find a Walmart. We use an app called All Stays on the iPhone. Very helpful app if you are an RVer and you don't know
By
about
the way,
All Stays.
look at that.
I know.
Last night when we went to bed, we had 1,200 subscribers. Tonight,
That's crazy cool.
we're about
right?
to hit, or was it 14 last night?
I don't remember.
I would think it's 14. Oh, it just went to 1701.
Yay, 1701.
That's so crazy. But
So we decided that we're gonna make a really big celebration when we get to 5,000. Like that will be a huge.
we're gonna have a party.
That'll be a huge milestone for us, which
Yeah.
is great.
So here's the All Stays app. It's got this little Airstream camp. Of course, it's an Airstream. Did you see
Of
that?
course, it's an Airstream.
Stinking Airstream.
What did that guy make? Shell art is over! Thanks for ruining shell art.
Airstreams are over.
We'll probably have an Airstream someday because I've always wanted one.
I know. We've always wanted an Airstream.
Anyways, so
Whatever
that's the All Stays app, and when you go into it, you've got this nice little map feature that shows where you are, and if you hit the filters, you could choose all these different things. Like if we're looking for diesel, gas, you can go in here and hit the button for diesel, and then it'll show you all the places where there's diesel gas available. But if you leave everything open, you'll see, if you zoom out here, especially in large cities, it'll show you Walmarts and Cracker Barrels that you can stay at. It'll show you places you can get propane. It'll show you gas stations that have diesel available. It'll show you Sam's Club, because you can go in their parking lot.
And it lets you even know about the Walmarts that you can't park at.
Yes, so some Walmarts, most Walmarts you can park at, but some Walmarts you cannot, because the Walmart doesn't actually own the property that they're on. They're leasing it from the city, and the city won't allow RVers to park there.
Usually in larger cities.
So yeah, that's a good tip, even if you don't have the All Stays app. If you're looking to stay at a Walmart and you don't have the All Stays app to tell you whether you can stay there or not, you probably should go inside and ask permission first. But this usually tells us whether it's okay or not. Helpful app. I would recommend it to anyone who's RVing full time, and it's $10. I think it's $9.99.
I think it is.
And we've definitely used that for all of its value.
So, just a little bit about our day, and now it's the end of the day, you know, on top of the weather and stuff like that. Just, you know, Siobhán finds herself in this place where it may be hard for me to drive, like in that, but I think her job can be harder sometimes as the navigator, because she's trying to do a lot of things at once. And we get the mommy, naggy, whiny boys on top of the older boys who are like, hey, mommy, can you do this? Or, hey, mommy, can I do this? Hey, can I play a video game? No.
Yeah, because usually, you know, the fact that he's driving all day means that I really need to get work done all day. We can't afford to just have drive days where we just don't do anything. It just doesn't work that way. So
yeah, we're doing school. You know, the kids are doing school.
The kids
too.
are doing school. I'm catching up on just things that need to be done today. I had to do tax stuff and
that
stuff
is the nice thing of tax stuff. That's right.
Yeah. So, but it's frustrating when he's driving. He can't do anything. I'm trying to work, and I've got kids that, you know, every 5 seconds the little ones are like, I need water. I need my pick. I need this toy. I need that toy. Because the little ones are stuck in their seats all day.
I don't say it quite like that. It's usually very loud,
No, it's like,
very screamy. Somebody's fighting with each other, and
hey guys, we're not pretending like we're a perfect family. We're not going to do that. Like,
oh my gosh,
our kids can be completely annoying sometimes. They can.
Well, they're precious.
They're precious, but they're still children, and they're still like needy and selfish, and that's just part of. It's just part of the human experience, and when they're little, it's so hard. They just don't understand. Hey, wait just a second, mommy will be right there. They don't get that. So we get to the end of the day and we just kind of go.
That's where we're at right now. So there's
It's
just
real
a little
life.
bit of our day, and we're gonna try to go to New Orleans tomorrow.
Yep.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
So thank you guys so much for watching the walkers, and give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And remember, we can make the world better.
I believe we can.
I believe it. I do.